watching this video, and a lot of my practice that I do, psychotherapy, trauma work, whatever, shamanic work, is intuitive. And so, yeah, I mean, I trust it and it works and cool. And so I watched this video. I don't know why my phone does that, sorry. I watched this video of a professor, and he was talking about narcissism. About how the narcissist is someone who gets stuck in the infant stage because there was so much going on, either too much adulation or too much abuse, that the infant wasn't able to separate, right, or de-individuate from their mom, which is normally something that's supposed to happen at 18 months. And yeah, so they don't have a solid sense of self, and they always carry their mom with them, inside, because they weren't able to separate. Okay. And then the way that they naturally connect, period. And then this is me and what I'm getting from that. So then, because the professor says that they just subconsciously kind of automatically relate to people this way. And I'm like, it makes sense that they would relate to people that way, because that's what they do to survive, because they're still part of with their mom, one with their mom or whatever. And so what they do is basically, without meaning to or whatever, they force other people to regress. And yeah. And so I think it's interesting, because in a lot of my work, I know that people with a lot of complex PTSD in childhood grew up with parents who are emotionally immature. And so I think that's why we see a lot of parents who grew up with a lot of narcissistic traits. And so a lot of the treatment that I do with people is working on surviving narcissistic abuse, or something like that, right? And then recreating it in their relationships, etc. And so it's interesting, because in doing that, I've been drawn to work with people on mothering or remothering. And it would make sense, because this professor is saying that the only way really to kind of heal that narcissistic abuse is either to merge, to individuate, right? To individuate or to merge. But you're obviously not going to merge with someone who abuses you, ideally. But yeah, so it's interesting, because to individuate, you would have to kind of reestablish the mother-child relationship, which I do a lot of mothering work with people, which makes sense, because as we do deeper trauma work, what happens is people start to tap into more somatic memories and more nonverbal memories, which makes sense, because I think it recreates. And me, I am kind of more Freudian. And so I believe that we continue to recreate our trauma and choose the same people and recreate wounds from childhood. So it would make sense that we would choose people in our lives that would help rehash that out for us. So it's just really interesting, and it's just so food for thought. But yeah, remothering, it's cool. Good stuff. Couple more things. I think it's interesting that inherently, intuitively, I knew that a big key to helping people overcome this kind of dynamic is to do the attachment work, because I felt like if I could help clients meet their attachment needs, then there wouldn't be lack within them. They'd be able to kind of gather themselves and be able to venture out in the world, which really is what the healthy mother role is. If you look at circle of security, that's what that is. And so I still stand by that. I think that's what helps people branch out, gather strength, repair some dynamics, and repair their relationship with self. And then the other thing is I can't remember. Yes, and so with individuation, I think there's a lot of things that happen maybe in in sessions where I'm working with trauma with people, and trauma processing and healing, or integrating. And I guess it's hard to explain certain things because I feel like I did individuate pretty early on, and it's just stuff that's hard to explain, but it's like, yeah, setting boundaries and then having to leave and separate from mother, or the narcissistic dynamic, narcissistic family, whatever. It's challenging. It takes so much strength and wherewithal to be able to separate oneself, but now I have a working model of how to help people and what it is that I did and how to support people through that. Yeah. If you work with me, feel free to bring it up. But yeah. And if you have any questions, you can shoot them below. Bye.